Now, I'd like to ask you some questions about Grok and XAI. You want to just give us an update? I think you kind of talked about where the next gen model is, and you said something incredible. I still don't think people really understand it, which is, there's going to be a next training run where you expect, not to start from the, common web and common crawl, where you expected an enormous amount of synthetic data. Just tell us about how the evolution of Grok is going and this innovation and why it's so important.
Yeah, so we're running using a lot of inference compute and reasoning to look at all of the source data, which is really the corpus of human knowledge, and then thinking about each piece of information and then adding what's missing, and correcting mistakes and removing falsehoods from that training data. So it's like if you take, say, Wikipedia as an example, but this really applies to books, PDFs, the websites, every form of information. The Grok is using heavy amounts of inference compute to look at, as an example, a Wikipedia page and say, what is true, partially true, or false, or missing in this page. Now rewrite the page to correct remove the falsehoods, correct the half-truths, and add the missing context.
Well, Elon, by the way, could you just publish that? Or like how much more compute, if you throw twice as much compute at it, do you get a 10% better model? Do you get a 100% better model? Like, is it log linear? I guess, how much more juice is there left in scaling hardware, do you think?
I think there's a natural logarithmic function associated with the amount of compute. So then, like, say for argument's sake, like 10x more compute will double the intelligence. Maybe that might be a rough rule of thumb. But that still means that you go from 100 IQ to 200 IQ. It's still pretty big deal. And I think we'll see intelligence continue to scale all the way up to where most of the power of the sun is harnessed for compute, and then ultimately most of the power of the galaxy. Sort of Kardashev 2, Kardashev 3 scale compute.